Hi, I'm Joe with Yeatts Rug Plant. Today we're going to discuss a rug that we're going to repair. I haven't done a video regarding repair in a while, so we wanted to do a new one for you. This below is an olefin rug. This is circa 1990 to 95. This rug would be one of the many polyethylene type of fibers. You can see where the rug has been damaged severely in areas. And you can see here where the vacuum has caught up the fringes. So what we're going to do, and we'll have a series of videos, we're going to follow this blue line here, basically the inlaid border. We're going to get this entire border here all the way around, and we'll make a new rug out of this 25 to 30 year old olefin rug, which we have already cleaned. So now we're just going to cut out the inlaid border part all the way around, and we'll show you a few steps and things that we do. Okay, we're back. What I'm doing here, I'm applying a latex seam sealer all the way around the border that we're trying to keep. There we go. And as I said, we're going to cut along that blue line that you saw on the pile side, but our main goal is to save this little white strip here. And the best way to apply this, you can, try to use a putty knife or something. Use your fingers, and we really apply it where we're going to cut on the back side before we actually cut it. Let this dry overnight. This will dry clear, and that way neither the warp or the weft fibers will unravel during the serging process. We're going to do a serging yarn on this instead of just simple binding. I want to fancy this up a little bit. So there we go. We've applied a sealer all the way around the border that we're going to cut, as I showed you on the other side. So after this dries, we'll start cutting all the way around the border, and we'll come back with some more steps. Okay, we're back. Right now I'm just applying seam sealer on the edge. As you know, we've already done the back. You saw that first step. I like to hit the edge where the binding or serge tape, whatever we're going to use, overlaps. And you're going with the direction of the pile, so the pile's going this way, so I'm going to wipe the edge this way. And of course this will dry clear as it did on the top side. And just even that in. And that way we have a very secure rug before we apply the serge. And again, I'm going to do a serge on this type of rug. I want to fancy this up again. But that way we have the edge and the back securely sealed at this point. So this will not unravel, and that will only make the binding or serging that we apply even stronger. And of course we stitch our serging or binding. So we'll come back and we'll look over the serge or binding color that I'm going to select out. We are done with the seam sealer. As you can see, we went all the way around a certain border. We kept the white border as we wanted. So this has been sealed all the way around. The next step is to apply some sort of binding. We have traditional binding, which you more or less use this for carpeting. Another thing we have, which mimics the serge that was on it, we have serge tape, which kind of folds like this. Serge tape is in between binding and serge yarn. We can use serge yarn. And we have two types. I'm going to use more of a finer serge yarn that we offer here at Yeatts. At Yeatts, we can also do leather and vinyl binding, for example. But I'm just trying to match it up with the serging that was on the rug before we cut it all down. And of course it had fringes, which we're not adding fringes. So we'll add this particular type of serge yarn that I picked out all the way around each end and the sides. And you can see the white border that I wanted to leave. And this will come into the white border slightly, but it will be uniform. So we'll come back and take a look at the finished results soon. Okay, we're back. Here is the finished results of this order. Again, this was an olefin rug that was severely damaged. We cleaned the rug thoroughly, and you can see the serge yarn that I picked out. I showed you various types of binding you could use, and as I mentioned all along, when we cut all four sides, I just wanted to keep that white pattern, that small pattern. And I think overall it turned out very well. And you can see the very end here. And again, we sealed the back, we sealed the edges, and of course the serge yarn we use is stitched. Some companies still actually try to glue this on, which won't last very long. But this is the finished results. This olefin rug, circa 1990-95, will last another 30 years. This video has been brought to you by Yeatts Rug Plant.